think I know where they went. Our dads.
To the bottom of the sea?
They were headed to an uninhabited island. Somewhere off the coast of Japan. It used to be called Yamatai.
There's at least 6,000 islands off the coast of Japan. Hardly any of them are populated.
Well, I have a map. Now all I need to do is to figure out what these are. I think these are coordinates. The location.
They're clock hands.
They're not clock hands. Definitely not clock hands there.
So congratulations, you've been busy. We love you from Into the Badlands.
Yeah, we're in the middle of filming season 3 right now. I just flew in from Ireland yesterday, and I go back tonight. No, we've been filming in Ireland for the past 2 years.
2 years.
So New Orleans was the first season, and then these past 2 seasons been in Ireland.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
So now working in between, and now you're here to do Tomb Raider.
Right.
Where were you last year when, right before you heard that you are cast to?
I was cast while we were finishing up the second season of Badlands, and I had actually planned to take the summer off, but then I ended up 2 weeks later, I was in South Africa filming, so it didn't happen. But it was a great opportunity. It was a great, it's a great title. I love the game. I love the movies. One of my best friends is in the second one, so it was kind of like a calling for me. It was fate to go do it. Yeah.
So you're very familiar with the storyline because you enjoy playing the game.
Yeah, I played the first 2 incarnations of the game, the first 2 generations of the game, and then I quit gaming around that time because it was just too time-consuming for me. I mean, because that was when really like RPG games were really starting to get popular, and like once you get into one of those games, it's like you're in a character and an actor. You just kind of can't get out of it, and then you get obsessed with it, and you think about it all day long, and you want to get back to it to beat the game, right? And like that would happen to me for weeks on end, and I'd be working, and it would affect my work in some ways. So I was like, okay, I got to stop doing this. But yeah, Tomb Raider was amazing because it was the first female hero that we'd seen on video games, and mostly that had been a male-dominated world at that point, and so that brought in a whole new audience, a whole new group of gamers to appreciate gaming, and I think it was really instrumental in changing the face of the video game world. Yeah.
You've done countless action films, Hong Kongs, and now Into the Badlands. But in this film, we don't get to see you fight so much, more like using weapons instead of martial arts.
Yeah.
Was that challenging for you to hold back?
No, not at all. In fact, it was a conscious decision because when I first got there, the stunt coordinator asked me if I wanted to do like Badlands style kung fu, and I'm like, that's not that. This character's not that character. It's not because I'm playing this character that he has to fight in a kung fu way. I think Lu Ren is a tough guy. He's definitely a brawler, has been in a few bar fights, and he can hold his own, but he's not a kung fu guy. And so I really want to get that across with the character, that it's different than the characters I played in the past. Yeah.
So now you're in the middle of shooting season 3. What's new in your new show?
It's crazy. It's a whole new season. The world expands even more, and we see a lot more of the Badlands than you'd seen in the previous 2 seasons. So it's going to be really exciting for season 3. I think fans that loved it for the first 2 seasons will see a whole new world. Yeah.
And go back to the film. Speaking of exciting, you mentioned the first time when Lu Ren saw Alicia's or Laura. What went through his mind?
Yeah, I think, it's funny because they start off not on the greatest foot. He's kind of drunk. He's in a bad state because he's been left with this crappy boat that his dad disappeared and left him with. And so he's kind of angry. He's kind of not in a good place.
His father.
Yeah. Like, I think he thought his father left him. He didn't know his father went with Laura's father and died. And so he kind of just like close the chapter on that book of his life. And Laura is still excited to go on this journey, but she wants to go to one of the most dangerous places in the South Pacific. And Lou is like, no, we're not going there. So they start off like, not coming from 2 different worlds, not really understanding each other, to once Lou finds out that his father went with her, that this is common ground, and then they start to click. So they start off being kind of not really friends, and he kind of looks down on her, who's this little girl wanting to go on this crazy journey, to buying into it and then becoming partners with her and looking for their fathers.
Well, great job, and definitely we are so happy to see you busy to finish Tomb Raider and Into the Badlands.
Thank you.
Season 3.
Yeah, right.
So what's any secret you want to share a little bit with your Into Badlands?
Well, if people like the dark cheese stuff that was happening last season, we expand on that in a big way this season. So it'll be exciting, and there's a lot of more new characters this season too as well.
Can't wait.
All right,
Thank
cool.
you so much.
They are clock hands. That's the one.
That's right in the middle of the Devil's Sea. You might as well tie a stone to your foot and jump off the boat now.
It'll be an adventure.
Death is not an adventure.